All right, well, joining us now is Eric Suess. He's the director of Marshall Public Library, to give us a little insight into the ways he and his staff have embraced modern technology to encourage Pocatello residents to use the library. Eric, thank you so much for joining us today.
Very glad to be here. Library is, as you teased it, is not your grandmother's library anymore. I mean, we're no longer a big box of books. We have so many things that happen. And as Libby, as you said, we really have become a community center. And that's on purpose. There's a lot of things that we can do that take the community into account, and we're actually out in the community too, beyond the building, doing a variety of different things. You know, delivering books for folks who can't make it to the library, some home delivered to homebound. We have visits to the schools. A lot of times we have as simple things as geek trivia that Jamie in our library runs in various places around the city. But we have a lot of contact with people outside of the building as well, while keeping the building, you know, stocked and professional and full of all sorts of good stuff.
Tell me a little bit about how the Marshall Public Library has embraced technology and used technology, because I don't know if this would be conventional thinking, but you would think that, well, hey, I can just get a book on my tablet or on my phone. Why do I even need to go to a library anymore? But libraries are still relevant.
Certainly, that's actually a really common misperception. I get asked as I read my Kindle or look at a book on my iPad, you know, whether I'm crazy because I'm contributing to the demise of my profession. And that's just not the case. We're very actively involved, and we embrace the technology, and so that's been great. We give classes on how to use your device. We have we have several thousand books available in electronic format that you can check out from our library.
That you can check out on your device, and
that our computers are used for job seeking and various other things that go on, and so we're very, very actively involved technologically, and we're involved in social media as well. We have our own Facebook page and Twitter account and all that kind of stuff too. So we're doing all that. The system that we're using right now, if you sign up for it the way that it is, if you have a book that's due or have one come in that's on hold for you, you can get a text message sent to you via the computer automatically.
I just signed up for that actually, so that I can get a text.
It's just really, really straightforward stuff. We are trying to be proactive as opposed to reactive to the technology, and we're not unusual in terms of libraries. Libraries around the country are really spending a lot of time being very proactive to technology. So I'm not concerned about the demise of my profession. I think we're going to be okay.
One of the things you kind of touched on is a lot of times libraries are a resource for the community. People who don't have computers can go and do searches at the library. Isn't that correct?
Certainly, and we have a number of computers available to anybody that wishes to use them. It's important that we support the needs of the community, and I think that's one of the things that we try to do on a regular basis is look at what it is the community is looking to accomplish and seeing how we can contribute to that. And so really we have a significant stake in taking care of the community that we're part of. You know, they support us with taxes and with visitation and a lot of positive things that the community does, and that's why we're there. And so assessing the needs of the community and responding to those needs is really, really important. You know, again, we're not just a box of books. We can't do that anymore and be viable.
But please tell me you're not going to get rid of the books. I mean, I like my Kindle, but there's something about a book.
It's kind of a staple.
Right?
We are not going to get rid of the books.
Okay.
People like to hold them in their hands and
turn the
pages.
And the smell
read
and
the
the
very
feel
last
and
page
of a
before
book.
they start reading the book.
I won't do that. I know people that do, and I just can't. I just
can't bring yourself to do that.
So,
you mentioned briefly about you want it to be a community center, a place for the community to gather. What are some of the programs that you have that people come and enjoy? And it's for all ages, isn't it?
It's absolutely for all ages. And you know, we have an awful lot of children's programs, you know, reading programs or pre-literate programs and various other things that we do. But there are programs on a wide variety of topics for adults, for teens. You know, we have writers groups and knitting classes and books discussions and entertainment of various kinds and a lot of different things. And it's fun to be able to present a really significant variety of things so that, you know, if there is always something for you.
Something going on.
One of the things I thought was really neat that you do at the library also is, there's a lot of book clubs out there. So
Right.
you prep for the book clubs.
Sure, we
Get
do.
several copies of books that are popular for book
Yes.
clubs. Tell us about your book club program.
Well, we have more than one, and we try to get copies for enough people to read and discuss and go into it. And it's a lot of fun, and we try to have a variety in terms of age and interest and that sort of stuff. So we do that as well, and that's very popular.
And so we've got some information there for the Marshall Public Library. And Eric, how much does one of these cost?
Library card has tripled in price over the last year.
Let's see, 0
0
times 3
is 0,
is
yes.
still 0. It's a
Yes, it
free
is.
thing, and if you're
It
a
is.
member of the county,
Yeah.
you can apply.
Well, it's
apply.
of the city of Pocatello.
Okay, city of
actually.
I
Pocatello.
recently lost mine, and I did have to pay a whopping $1 or something
To get a
replace.
replacement
yes,
card.
Yes.
Well, that is
So
true.
it-
That is
no,
true.
I mean,
it has. But it's
Okay.
a free service to anybody that resides within the city, and there are other libraries throughout the area that support their
Their own
populations
communities.
as well.
All right.
And we try to work with all of them and bring whatever we can to the community.
All
Very
right.
good. Eric Suess, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us today.